I don't see that, right? But you have to get into a routine. And for driving, you have to get into a routine too. We're going to be getting into rush hour driving. I'm a state certified driving instructor. When we're backing up out of a major parking lot because we have to go in and get some material for the office, we got to look around and back up. You can't trust your backup cameras. Why? People will back into you. Plus, it's the holiday season and people are rushing. Black Friday's coming. You really have to be set and be safe. So we're going to take you through the journey. I wanted you to be safe. I want you to sit back and enjoy and ask questions, because this is how you learn. You know, when you have a person who's willing to give you information, you want to take advantage of it, no matter how silly or dumb, or there are no silly or dumb questions, right? We want to be safe. We want to get out here and drive. So we're going to be dealing with the major thoroughfare. This is the I-94 corridor that runs across the United States. And then we're going to be dealing with some traffic. We're going to see how drivers are driving. We've got to stop at the stop line, look left and right, and then proceed. These small things I'm doing will make you a great driver. Not a good driver, a great driver. And you have to go through this process every single day. If you're not going through the process every day, you're going to forget. Over time, you won't remember. Now, this is a double right turn. I'm going to be on the left side. And then, whoa, I don't know what this car's doing. I thought they were going to cut over. So I want to stay away from them and see and be seen, okay? We're going to have to make the left-hand turnaround. I think the video is going to be good. It looks pretty clear on my side. I have the Magic John phone holder, which I definitely say is a good product. It's really helped me make better content, and I can be safe. I'm going to stop, right? And I can yield. Okay, once traffic clears, this is a one-way, I can complete my turn. Know the rules. We're going to get all the way over to the right, R-I-G-H-T. Now, this is going to be interesting because we're going to be merging out, third gear merge, behind a school bus. So we're going to have to slow our speed down some, because that bus driver has kids on there, and they are the most important. Are they more important than us? No, but they're the future. Okay, let's see what this bus will do. I'll tell you speed. And there's the semi-truck driver. I don't know what he or she is doing. We're at 30, and I'm definitely a little nervous about this. Now we're at about 53 miles an hour. Back of the bus. No fuss. Now we're going to turn on our blinker, and I'm going to merge out right behind this burgundy Jeep. The merge is nice. Hey, I'm going to get over one more lane to the left, get in the middle. If you were driving with me, I would say we need to get in the middle lane. That's the smooth lane. Right about 70. I'm looking for good speed control, good lane. I really want to know that Honda CR-V is nice. That's a pretty good vehicle, good economical vehicle. And we were doing research this morning. The used car market, the new car market is ridiculous. If you don't have a credit score of at least 650, 680, you will have to put money down or have a very high note, anywhere from 550, 650, 750. That's a house. So why would you put money down on a vehicle? Well, leasing seems to be the option to go, because you don't have to worry about maintenance. We were talking about maintenance, car repairs, engine, transmission, air conditioning, which are big ticket items, right? So it depends on your commute. I commute about 175 miles a week. You can do the math on that. And some of you go less, some of you go more. It really depends. And these bigger trucks, they drink gas, high insurance, people trying to stunt and show off. not really necessary, okay? Unless you are a contractor and you're hauling things and your business requires. A lot of people get in those bigger vehicles, writing them off and saying, hey, I'm using this for my business, but they use it for their pleasure. Okay? I'm looking ahead, starting to get a little rain, so I'm just trying to readjust my speed and position. Also, if you were here with me, I would say I just want you just to relax, get comfortable, take your time. You can see vehicles just coming over from your peripheral vision, and it does kind of startle you a little bit. And you know, we're a few days out for Thanksgiving break, and people are going to be visiting their loved ones, flying into the country, flying out. Hopefully my uncle's coming from Amsterdam. Be nice to see him. We'll be going over to grandma's house, so thank you. It's always nice to see your cousins, uncles, and aunties. And then you'll tell them the good news, hey, I know how to drive now. I moved out of mom and dad's basement, right? You got to set goals for yourself. I try to do this. I try to set goals for myself all the time. What do I want to accomplish today? How do I want to impact my society? What content do I want to make? How many drivers am I going to respond to, right? What the goal is develop a safe driving practice to feel good about your driving and to keep it moving, okay? And then to get people to the Secretary of State, help them with social-emotional learning. The right way, and just looking ahead for opportunities as well as every day. Sometimes people getting up is hard, right? Because you have a lot of things to deal with, emotional things. Family members could be, you know, holding you back. So I'm really trying to get ready for 2026 and to set some commitments to help more people learn how to drive, to get them to the road test, to do more road test content. A lot of people want to see that. I read your comments, just incredible, very heartfelt, and I really appreciate that, and you are acknowledged. And over, you know, the next few days, we're going to do some really incredible lives. Made a bad move doing that. But you have to be willing to invest in yourself. That's what I want to say to you guys. Invest in yourself to get some new clothes, get a haircut, read, learn AI, read and leave comments, and to enjoy my life, right? I don't like being behind this. I have to get over it. I don't want final destination. And I'm gonna have to get over one more lane. Okay, here we go. Now I can breathe a little bit. I don't like being behind big trucks, and I want you to be open and be aware. Right lane's blocked. So we gotta look ahead. The message sign will definitely help you. There's always small mistakes we make. Maybe you didn't finish your presentation, your project. Maybe you made a mistake with the client, I'm not sure. But I think in your journey, you just have to keep pushing forward. And that's what I want to show you. Going to work, getting your job, doing your resume, having a serious talk with the family member. And it's hard. I get it. And really trying to prepare, what am I going to do different in 2026 that's going to help me with the organization and being successful? I like to have systems in place. When I make these videos for you, they're already set 3, 4, 5 days in advance, looking at analytics when you get up, so you can look at a quick video, get a smile, learn something, and say, okay, I learned. And then you share it with your friend. You know, social media is a good platform. Use it for education post-COVID, and that has really kind of springboarded me to make more content and have systems set up. But things change. I have to update the system. I'm looking for a 5080 or 5090 video card. The 6080 is coming out. They're like going to be over $3,000. Who pays that money? Do I really need that type of GPU horsepower if I'm doing 4K? I have my podcast equipment. I've only used it 5 times. Should I sell it? Or should I hold on to it and have my podcast studio set up in the basement, and then just come in, push a button, push the light, and I have about 14 podcasts out, so I know I can do it, but I'm not in my routine. Just like in driving, if you're not in your routine to getting out here, if you just stay in your neighborhood or your small area, you're not really going to learn. This is deep driving where you're on the interstate, and the interstate is not forgiving. Accidents happen, people lose their lives, tires blow up, people's cars break down. So you got to be like this Jeep, they're tailgating. Okay, just back off. I'm looking around them. So that gray car up there should get over. They're holding people up. So in the left lane, this is the passing lane. No car should just be standing here. We all should be moving thoroughly. There you go. One got over. Okay. And my following distance, 1,001, 1,000. I'm about 3 seconds away from this Jeep. It's okay. Do you know when you're in danger? Every day we are out here making content, and we've seen cars flipped over. We've seen police chases, fuel spills, semi-trucks have flipped over. And we're trying to return to the home safely, office safely, and I want this journey to really help you. I want this journey to help you. So I'm adjusting my speed up a little bit. Taking my time, and I'm looking ahead. See all these cars got over, they got irritated. Thank you for the thumbs up. So I'm looking ahead. That gray car up there, not the Honda CRV, but that gray car needs to get over, because we're all trying to move through traffic. And if you're that person accidentally driving slow in the left lane, you're going to get a lot of people irritated, upset, and this is how road rage starts. We talked about this yesterday in class. It's really funny how the things we talk about in class pop up in real life, because I'm constantly reminded of the driving environment. Thank you for keeping it real. I appreciate that. Thank you for the thumbs up. That CRV is really nice though. I'm a taller guy, like 6'4", like 270. That Honda CRV will be okay for me for like a beater car, to get back and forth to work, save some money. Those Hondas last forever. Great reliability. Okay, I haven't been in the used car market in a while. We did some Facebook market stuff, but you'll get a better price going to a private owner. The dealerships, they're just trying to rake you over the coals and get as much money as possible. I hate when they take advantage of you. When I was selling my SRT Jeep, one dealership offered me, I think it was 19.2 or 19.8. So you know what I did? And I'll post those videos. I took the vehicle to 10 different dealerships, 15, 14, 12. You got a big long scratch, but it had that Hemi in there, leather interior, and I was trying to get out of it because, to be honest, I was paying $1,012 a month. Who does that? So when you get your car, people, get a car you can afford. I didn't listen to my wife. I didn't listen to my family. I was just living in a dream. And Gary Vanderchuck was clocking my tea and said, hey, you are stunting in a vehicle you can't really afford. So about half of my money was going toward a 2012 Colonel. But a lot of people don't want to talk about that. These trucks, cars, and high-end vehicles, 60, 70, 80, 100K. And guess what? As soon as you drive them off the lot, let me get over. See that thumb? As soon as you drive them off the lot, you lose $2,000 or $3,000 depreciation. So It's very interesting. My wife's best friend, my wife just retired from education. My wife's friends, they had to turn in their lease. And they said in order to get a new vehicle, they'll have to put about $4,000 to $5,000 down. I'm saying to myself, I can get a beater. I can get a good little 2021, 2022 car. So they found a 2022 Traverse, like for about $9,000. Only had 10,000 miles. But her husband had to look like for 2 weeks, and it's in Chicago. So I don't know your driving situation, but this vehicle I'm in, the lease is up in 1.5 years. And, you know, I need a truck because I have my trailer and my Camaro because I like to go out and race and go to the track. And so, you know, are we going to have one vehicle? Are we going to have two? There's those flock readers. I know you see it to those license plate readers, man. They are invading people's privacy. I really don't like that. And we're really trying to be prepared for opportunities out here. We're trying to be prepared. Every day is an opportunity. That's how I look at it. I have a group of business cards in my coat pocket, and I have to put those in my phone. And then I'm going to text people and say, hey, I really enjoyed meeting you and talking to you. That's one thing that we learned from Mark. Mark did a presentation a couple days ago and talked about when you meet people, you want to send a thank you message, a text, a letter. And I need to go ahead and do that because when we network, like you guys can rely on me. If you have questions about driving or road tests or cars, reach out to me. I'm going to have a complete stop here for a second. And I always hate this because it's so challenging. I got scared. I should have turned, right? So when you hesitate like that, accidents can happen. But I'm looking for a gap after this car. Here's my gap. See my gap? Not the gap in my teeth. Okay. But there's a license plate reader back there. And what is the government, what is the county, there's a T-Rex, what is the government and county doing with our personal data? I have nothing to hide. I'm an open book. I have no warrants. I have no tickets, no child support, happily married. I don't have secrets, so I have nothing to hide. I'm going to have a complete stop. Okay, now I'm going to make my turn. Okay. And now let's talk about parking lots. Parking lots, isn't that beautiful, son? Parking lots are really dangerous, so we want to be careful. We want to take our time. There's an EV over there. And part of my nonprofit, I want to get an EV and do social-emotional and teach people how to drive. But in order for me to make this happen, I have to go to business meetings and seminars and a new program in December. So why am I telling you this? You got to invest in yourself. I'm investing in myself to make better content for you, to take you through the journey of me creating this nonprofit. I have the LLC, but Mark suggested you need to have both so you can capture funds. What are you going to do if a donor writes a $60,000 check? I have my IN number, but I don't have my bank account set up. My journey is pure. If you look on the site, there's a person who's 45 who reached out to me. I'm like, wow. So I pinned this comment. I want to say thank you for taking the time to listen to this journey, to help you get up in the day. I need to go live probably around 12 o'clock. I'm going to try to get in the schedule to do that. If not, I'll be going live at about 3:30, 3:45. I want to say thank you. I need you to enjoy your day, and I appreciate you. Bye. Make sure you subscribe.